Good morning, guys. It's time to put an invisible zipper into your skirt. So I look forward to seeing you this evening. So here's my invisible zipper foot, and I'm going to put that onto my machine. What I want you to notice is the grooves that are underneath. And if you can tell, the teeth of the invisible zipper go in either side, either this side or this side. So it depends on what side of the zipper you're stitching on. But yeah, you can tell see those little, yeah, there you go. The grooves sit right in there. So the needle, when the needle comes down, it'll be right where it needs to be. They only came up with these this presser foot in, past 10, 15 years. I just got one myself about a year ago. It was a game changer for me, but I had been putting in invisible zippers the old school way the whole time. So here's an invisible zipper, and you notice you can't see it because the fabric is going to be stitched right there, okay? So it's got the teeth on the back, and they fold down. That's the point. So if you look, the teeth fold down and go right in that little groove. And see that little pointer just shows you, and that's how it gets stitched. And you see the needle goes down right there, so it's right at that edge. So that's how it works. So let's get started. You're going to orient yourself to the zipper and the fabric, just like you would a normal zipper. Your zipper is face side up, your fabric is face side up, okay? And when you're doing a skirt, it's going to look just like this. The seam is not going to be there or anything. You're just putting two pieces of fabric together on a zipper. Turn over your first piece of fabric, right sides together, and pin the zipper down, okay? Same thing. So once you get your zipper pinned down, it's right sides together. That's the right side of the zipper to the right side of the fabric. Once you pin it down on the edge, unzip the zipper all the way down. Trying to do it in this camera. Okay. And then your invisible zipper foot down. I want you to see very closely. Okay. Take your fingers and just kind of roll it back. Now, that little plastic part right there, that does not like going through the invisible zipper. Trust me. Okay. So remove this first pin. Okay. Keeping it lined up, and start right past the little plastic part. It does not like it. It won't go. Okay. All right. And just kind of start it past there, and take your finger and just press it down. Press the teeth down, and make sure when you lower your presser foot that it's open and the little pointy part is sitting right where it needs to be, okay? Lower your needle, and just start sewing. Making sure that your teeth is folded back in the little groove. This is the easiest thing ever. Just start sewing. Sew slowly, and don't take the pin out until you get right on it, so that the zipper stays in place. There you go. And then you can do a back stitch. Okay. See where the stitch is? It's right there where it needs to be, okay? And if you zip the zipper up, which you have to do anyway, to line up the second piece, you'll see how close it is. Isn't that pretty? Okay, now let's do the other side. Here's the other side. And fold the other fabric, other side, to your zipper, the other edge, okay? And you're going to pin all the way down. So I've pinned the other side, okay? And what you want to do is mark your stopping point. Just mark where you stopped on the first side and mark that stopping point on the second side. I just put a pin going across, okay? Same thing, open the zipper. Okay. This time, here's your point where you're gonna stop. Open the zipper past that point. Okay. So here's the point where you're gonna stop. Trust me on this one. You're gonna keep the zipper open all the way down, but you're gonna stop right there. Okay. Now, what I want you to do, you stitch down in this direction on the other side. I want you to stitch down in this same direction on the other side. So this time you're gonna fold it down, and remember, move past the plastic part, okay? Take that first pin out and come down, open up the teeth, foot down, and stitch. Stop right at your stop point. Do a little backup stitch. And you're good. Okay. Same stitch. Okay, now let's close it up. There's your invisible zipper. Okay. Now let me show you how to close up your seam. So you stopped at the same point. Show you how to close up your seam. If you look where you stopped on both sides. All right, what you're gonna do is go back to your regular zipper foot. Your regular zipper foot that came with your machine, okay? And the way you're gonna close up your seam is identify the point where you stopped. And if you can see, let's see, I'm folding the zipper out. Move it out of the way, okay? Just put your seams together and then get really close right on the seam where you stopped. I even left my threads there so I can tell. Lower your needle on top of that seam where you stopped. Put your foot down, and you should be your 1/2-inch seam allowance or whatever seam allowance you use on the zipper. And then you start stitching all the way down and finish your skirt seam. The zipper will be longer than the placement. Look at that. Nice. And then you are going to cut your zipper right about there, okay? Isn't that pretty? And then this is a seam allowance where your waistband, well, not on this the case of this skirt, the waistband is going to go all the way up, but this would typically be your seam allowance. So there's your invisible zipper. See you later.